of my children, ladies and gentlemen. Lucille Ball.
Archival audio recordings of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz help tell the story in the documentary Lucy and Desi.
I was madly in love with Desi. I've never felt that way about anyone before.
Director Amy Poehler says using the recordings was integral to the film.
We really wanted their voices to be heard, literally, in the film. I really wanted Desi and Lucy to try to tell us as much as they could. Not only because I think that I would love to hear what they say and don't say about the experiences in their lives, but also I think that their voices keep them alive.
The recordings include I Love Lucy co-star Vivian Vance.
I have approved of you since the day I set eyes on you. And you know, you were hired without my seeing you, remember? I know. I've often wondered, Miss Ball.
The film delves into the couple's origins, cultural impact, and even business ventures.
The giant studio that they ran, how big it actually was, how many shows were on the air at one time. And then also just the small things, the way that, like, you know, Desi brought the conga line to the U.S. The dance that your aunts still do at your cousin's wedding is because of Desi. Even the way in which Desi and Lucy worked incredibly hard for a long time before America knew their names.
The show was one of the most wonderful things happened in my life.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
That's a must-see right there.
Yeah.
Check that out. So, do you need to get away for the weekend? SA Live has a list of places you can go, and it's not too far away.
Plus, spring break activities, yummy food.
Ooh.
Mike, show us what you got.
Well, as always, we just have a bunch of stuff coming up on today's SA Live. It is round one of spring break with all the flavors of San Antonio. Naco 210, food truck gone restaurant, making chilaquiles, love those. And they're a little bit different from what you might be used to. Davala's Barbecue, can't go wrong there. They're going to show us what pink butcher paper can do to help you make the perfect brisket. Sounds like a great trick. The Broadway musical West Side Story is coming to San Antonio, but it has a twist. We give you a sneak peek at this immersive experience. You are not going to believe it. The dancers, a lot of them local, are wonderful. Hey, Man Overboard Brewery, hot new brewery in town. Jen's gonna take us there. And SeaWorld San Antonio. You gotta go out to SeaWorld on spring break. The owner gives us a sneak peek at a thrilling new ride out there. Energy X Fitness, fun spring break family workouts. Yep, everybody in the family gets to exercise together. And Texas Trippin'. Okay, how many times do you say, what should we do this weekend? Well, Jen has some great ideas for little mini trips that you can take in 2022. That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. Stick around.
Spring this afternoon and winter tomorrow. That's what we get in the forecast over the next 48 hours with some scattered light rain in the morning hours, but that wind will make it feel like it's 20 to 30 degrees outside. Now, temperatures on Saturday and Sunday morning are going to be near freezing and below freezing, so plan accordingly if you have any freshly planted gardens out there. But at least after Sunday, things are going to be very nice for the extended period. We could use a little bit more rain, but hey, we'll take the nice weather, won't we?
We sure will. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.
All right, food, fun, and some great-looking trips close by.
Spring break, here we come.
All right, SA Live starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Spring break is nearly here, but don't feel like you need to go on a fancy trip or spend a lot of money. Plenty of adventure awaits, even in your own backyard.
Yes, author of the Mischief Maker series and a book that makes us laugh every time. Every time we say, Mom, I farted in church. Christy Cuthbert joins us. It sounds like there's lots of fun adventures in the Cuthbert house, right?
There is. There's lots of fun adventures. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here.
All right, so a good day, of course, starts with breakfast, and that's where the fun begins with that first meal.
Yeah, turn it into a game. You know my motto, turn it into a game. So we're gonna move over to here and we're gonna have breakfast on a string today. Okay. We're gonna compete. We're gonna put our hands behind our backs and attempt to eat breakfast and see who can finish first.
Okay. And your boys have done this.
Yes.
How did it go?
It was a hit. We actually did hang a donut at a Halloween party and it was the favorite game we played.
I got it.
And it'll keep them occupied for a while, right? Spring break is all about occupying them and getting little moments
and keep them outside.
Yes, that's a bonus too.
Fine, we'll have to try this at home.
Right.
Yes, keep them busy.
That's a great idea. Okay. What's next?
Okay, we're gonna make DIY geodes. So Texas, there's geodes everywhere. Anytime you go to caves, whatnot. These are made at home and they're beautiful. My boys, any kids can do these. You're just gonna take an egg, like a natural egg. You can use an Easter egg. Natural eggs turn out better. You're gonna put a dab of school glue in it. Take a paintbrush, and smear it around in there. Nice little thin coat. And then you're gonna take what's called potassium aluminum sulfate powder, alum powder. You can get it on Amazon.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Where do you get that?
I'm sure you can find it locally sourced somewhere. I couldn't. So it's an Amazon one. Alum powder. You sprinkle a little bit inside the egg. Just kind of roll it around so it gets a nice coating on it. Okay. Then you're gonna let that dry. Put it to the side. Let it dry. Then when you're ready to do your geode, you're gonna take 2 cups of boiling water. You can literally take the mason jar, throw it in the microwave for 5 minutes till it's real hot. Then you're gonna put whatever color you want on your geode. Natural is actually beautiful too. The clear crystals turn out real pretty. And then you're gonna put 3/4 of a cup of the alum powder into your boiling hot water. The key is to get them to mix together really well. You don't want it to settle on the bottom or you're gonna just get crystals on the bottom of your jar and not on your eggshell. So dump it all in there. Obviously if it's boiling, we'd see a nice mix going on. Yeah. And then that's basically it. You're gonna drop your eggshell in there and you can wait overnight, or if you're doing it during the day, I'd say, about 8 to 10 hours I'd leave it in there and come back and give it a check. Make sure it's fully down in the water so it's coated with the solution.
There we go. And then from that we get these
voila.
gorgeous-
Like they turn out so gorgeous.
Wow.
They're a little delicate when you're taking them out, so just be careful with the crystals. And if you want to make them fancier, you can add some gold paint around the edge.
What a way to kind of switch up Easter. Look at that.
Ooh, I'm
It turned out so cool.
That one for sure. Now for the kiddos that love to play in the dirt, you have a fun one.
Yeah, dirt dessert. This doesn't fit. My mom used to make this when I was a kid. It's so yummy and it's so fun. You basically get yourself a cute little plant potter and you fill it with layers of chocolate pudding and crushed Oreos. The key with the Oreos, just take the cream out so you don't get that in the mixture and it looks like real powdery dirt. And then you throw in some gummy worms for the gross out factor and the delicious tasty factor rolled into one. And it's something they can do themselves. It doesn't break the bank. It's cute and kind of springy.
And these are really inexpensive too.
Yeah. You can find those at the dollar store. I mean, all of this is so doable. Other than, maybe the alum powder on Amazon. You can get all of these things locally the day of.
And it sure beats them eating actual dirt.
Yeah.
My daughter still
We've
does.
been there before too. Yeah. Putting dirt is way healthier option. Then you just have your little faux flour to stick in the top.
Do you have any tips on how the best way to get the Oreos that consistency?
I mean, if you have little boys, give them a mallet and put it in like a big Ziploc bag, and that'll occupy their time too.
Yeah, they'll love that.
There you go. So cute.
All right, next.
Okay, this is my favorite one. This is bubble art, and we had so much fun doing this, as you can see. You basically are just going to take a plastic container. You're going to put a squirt of Dawn dish soap or any dish soap you have, gel food coloring. That's the most concentrated, works the best. And then about 1 inch of water. Mix it all up real good, and then you're going to take your straw and you're going to blow in it until you get kind of a nice topping of bubbles. You want it kind of crusting over the container. Perfect. You're good. And then you're just going to take your piece of cardstock and gently lay it down on top of the bubbles until they've popped.
Like that? Okay.
Yeah. And then lift it up and you'll see the bubble pops give you like a really pretty pattern with the color on your paper. And you can let that dry. You can do it 1,000,000 times over on different colors and mix it up. And they turn out so cool. And then we kind of went the extra mile and said, let's practice our writing skills during spring breaks and Grandma and Grandpa letters. So we turned them into note cards. And they got kind of fun in like cutting them out. But I mean, we had so much fun with this. We were working on it all day.
So nice. And you can frame them too. I love how you did that.
Yeah.
Great idea. I'm going to go here. But you have more ideas because you have a book club. Tell me about this.
Yes, mischiefmakerbooks.com. I mean, it's free. It comes out the first of the month, every month, and it comes with pranks, jokes, scavenger hunts, and lots of ideas like this.
I love it.
How's yours going? Oh, nice. Okay. And you can mix and match colors, right?
You can mix and match colors and the thumbtack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that.
I know. We almost forgot to say that.
Keep kids from accidentally drinking it.
Right. So if you're working with little kids, you need to take a thumbtack and just do a tiny little hole anywhere on the straw, and it will create them not being able to have a suction to suck it up versus blow it out.
Great tip.
Yeah.
Great ideas. Thank you for
Absolutely.
Cuthbert, thank you so much. For more information on author Christy Cuthbert and the Mischief Maker Book Club, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just snap the QR code on your screen.
All right. Well, every year SeaWorld has something new, something fun that maybe they're debuting, and this year they do not disappoint. It's a new ride. It's the tallest and fastest of its kind. You got to ride this.
Yes, I still have like roller coaster hair, don't care going on. All right, I went out to check out the ride. It was both invigorating, frightening, and fun. Take a look. Riding swings as a kid, but you know what? Everything is bigger in Texas, and we are here at SeaWorld, where their newest ride, Tidal Surge, is going to take you 135 feet in the air and go as fast as Mike Osterhage drives on the freeway. Joining me right now is Chuck Carroll, because this thing goes how fast first?
It goes 68 miles an hour. Mike, you need to slow your roll and be safe.
Nah, he never goes above 70.
But you know, you said it. This is not your average playground swing. This is the tallest, fastest ride of its kind, 100 feet high, 68 miles an hour. Those pendulum-like arms will swing up 135 feet with beautiful views of the SeaWorld water ski lake and of the park. And as you get to the top of that 135 feet, there's this moment of weightlessness. You're just kind of like levitating and floating. It doesn't last very long, because then you come rushing down, crashing down 68 miles an hour. All right, Fiona, are you ready to ride the tide?
I was ready. I don't know if I'll ever be ready, but yeah, let's do this.
You're ready. Tidal Surge. Here we go.
All clear?
Oh my gosh, this is it.
The moment of truth.
Yes, you're right. It's the moment of truth. Yeah. Oh my gosh, oh, that moves at a pretty good clip right out of the gate. Well, roller coaster hair don't care, right?
Hey, at least you have hairs, Fiona. First world problems. I got roller coaster hair. How'd you like it?
You know, it was absolutely frightening, but fun.
Yeah.
And thank goodness for my seat partner there, little 9-year-old Samson.
So far, I think he's like 20 times, something like that, and that's the beauty of it here. You know, you come on out, you can ride this as much as you want.
Perfect for some spring break family fun, right?
Yeah.
And there's even more stuff coming up.
Yeah, you know, SeaWorld is known for, first and foremost, animals and conservation. Then we've got thrilling rides like Tidal Surge, but we also have events. After spring break, we're going to roll into one of my favorites, Seven Seas Food Festival. You can just stroll around the park, tasting food from different places around the world, and also having some refreshing beverages, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
All right, so if folks want to come out, of course, check out the rides here. How can they do that?
You can just come on out to SeaWorld. We open on the 5th, or you can go to SeaWorldSanAntonio.com, find out all about it, our annual passes, one-day tickets. Come on out, have some fun with us.
Fiona, were you scared?
I think
that looks scary.
Answers that for you. But if you take a look at Samson sitting next to me, notice, like, so cool, so calm the whole time. Nothing shakes Samson. So thank goodness for my emotional support person sitting next to me, because I needed that. All right, so once again, Tidal Surge opens this Saturday. Aquatica opens too, and there's a new ride there as well. It's called Riptide Race, where it starts atop a 51-foot tower. Folks get into a raft, and then they race each other down to the bottom.
times.
So lots of fun to have there at SeaWorld.
So ahead on the show, a Broadway musical comes to San Antonio, except for this rendition, you're going to feel like you're in the musical. We're getting a sneak peek at West Side Story live. Plus, from From food truck to Mexican restaurant, we're making chilaquiles with Naco 210. What makes these different? Next on SA Live.
They have so much great food, combination of central and northern Mexico.
Yes, indeed. And they just got their first brick and mortar store. Chef and owner Liz Martinez is here to show us some of the recipes. Brick and mortar restaurant, I should say. Good afternoon and congratulations on that.
Thank you. We're very excited. Thank you so much for having us here.
Where's the restaurant located?
It's looking good. 410 Star Crest inside Los Patios. You remember that huge area, 18 acres of forest inside the city. We're in there. We're so blessed.
Got it. And Naco 210, the food truck. I remember seeing the lines, just people lined up. So this is a big deal for you guys, right?
We've been very blessed. People in San Antonio had opened their hearts and their palates to our food and made us dream big. That's why we took that challenge of the restaurant.
This is what we're making today.
Yes, chilaquiles, Mexican brisket chilaquiles.
All right, how do we get started here?
Oh, let's start heating up the salsa. Our salsa, it's a roasted tomato sauce. Just drop it in there. We roast all the vegetables low, so it'll bring out all the sugars out of them, and you'll have those aromas that are coming.
That smells amazing.
Nothing fancy, just tomatoes, garlic, what it should have, salt, and lots of love.
Okay, and like you were talking about at the in our tease at the beginning, chilaquiles, the true Mexican form, does not, because I mean the first thought was when we were rehearsing, it's like, where's the eggs?
Yes. Well, you know, chilaquiles, it's like a salsa, or like it's so personal. I think there's not a wrong or right way to go, but Mexico City style does not require chilaquiles in them. Yes. You can add them. Chilaquiles, you can find them on the street and just have the chips, the fresh cheese, the fresh cream, the salsa, cilantro, onions, and that's it. And then you can pick if you want to add eggs or a fried piece of steak or chicken or something else.
Yes.
Okay, so I put a little bit of this on the, do we have a ladle? I'll just try and do
the
this.
whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yes.
The whole thing?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
The chilaquiles are supposed to be like swimming in the salsa. It's not like if they're coating it.
Okay.
I think you got enough. Yeah.
Is that enough?
There we go. They're doing the backstroke swimming in the salsa right now.
Okay.
What next?
Well, we're gonna add the Mexican brisket. That Mexican brisket right there, it's a piece of brisket, but it's cooked with Mexican spices overnight, and then simmer on that same juice again. So it's not the same amazing style that we have here in Texas, the smoked one. This is our family version. It's my father's recipe, but my husband cooks it better. Don't tell him.
Is Dad watching right now?
Yeah, probably yes. I'm sorry, Dad.
What a way to kind of get your father-in-law angry at you over there. So.
Oh yes, no.
My brisket's better than yours as a father-in-law.
Yes. We've been very blessed with that.
You just kind of threw hubby under the bus right then, didn't you?
Yeah, just.
All good eating, right? It's all good.
And then what else on top there?
The fresh cheese, it goes on top. Usually what we'll do in Mexico City, southern Mexico, it's fresh cheese. In here you can even find it with that melted white cheese, Chihuahua, and stuff like that in many restaurants. Ours is served with the fresh cheese, fresh cream, and then topped with cilantro and onions.
Oh, that looks so good. All right, we have been just dying over and tasting that salsa that you have there in the jars, which is a little bit of heaven, actually.
Well, that salsa, it's called chicharrón de chile. Chicharrón de chile is a very popular way of preserving chiles. My grandmother or the ranchers have like a lot of little jars. They'll usually fry the chiles with whatever fat was left from the animal that they cooked. In this case, we have olive oil, so we don't have the lard and all those things that she used to use. And we combine it with only garlic or with sesame seed and almonds or with peanuts. So it's a salsa that builds in your mouth. It has a lot of under layers of flavors in them and can it just burst the flavor. Very simple food. Like if you do a guacamole or simple cheese just grilled.
And the mushrooms.
Right?
Or just saute the mushrooms with that, a little bit of salt, and that's all the flavor you need. It has some heat, but it has a lot of character and personality, and it'll just go with pizza, with Asian food. It goes with a lot of things.
And the first thing that comes to you when you bite into it, is that smokiness.
Yes.
But it's not overpowering. Again, a little bit of heat, but
It
not.
builds a little bit too, right?
Yeah, you still taste
It mingles.
what you're eating.
It mingles.
Okay. So what else is on your menu over there?
On the menu we have tortas, omelets. Of course we have Benedicts. Our Benedicts have a gordita on the bottom, and then they'll have a different type of meat. We'll have the ones with brisket and the poached egg, or we have others ones with huitlacoche. Huitlacoche, it's a fungus that grows inside of corn, so it's a Mexican truffle, and we have those on the menu as well. We're very happy with the turnout. A piece of grilled cheese, and then the poached egg, and our huitlacoche. Thinking about that, Mexico's style of cooking has a lot of cooking with vegetables, so we carry a big part of menu for vegetarians and vegans as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It is delicious. You've got to try that in the jar. That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Liz.
Thank you for having us. For more information on Naco 210, just head over to SALive.com, click the ad scene on SA Live tab, where we provided a link, or you can just snap that QR code right there on your screen.
It is one of San Antonio's newest breweries, family-owned business, specializing in Belgian and American beers.
Yes, our Jen Tobias Trusky is downtown at a brand new hangout spot with great drinks, food, and plenty of room for the dogs. Right, Jen?
Oh yes, a little bit of everything. And what a great way to head into the President's Day weekend. We're here at one of the newest breweries in town, as you mentioned, Overboard Brewing Company, and I'm joined by one of the owners, Ron Merriman, to tell us all about this new adventure. 3 months old, right?
3 months old, yes.
Wow, and veteran owned.
Veteran owned.
Hence the name. Tell me about the name.
Overboard Brewing. It's a nod to my naval career. I did 30 years in the Navy, and also a way to honor my shipmates and people still serving.
Yes, well, thank you for your service.
Well, thank you. You're welcome.
What I love that you mentioned that these are all kind of inspired by different ships, right?
They are. They're all named after ships' nicknames.
Got it.
So,
so let's talk about what you have here.
So we have 9 beers on tap right now, anywhere from a blonde ale, and we go up. We have Belgians. We have a Belgian with raspberry. We have a Kolsch. We have a coffee porter. We just released today our rusty rosy amber. We've got plenty to choose from. We also have seltzers that we make in-house, and we flavor in-house as you order it. So what we have here is we have a black cherry seltzer, we have a blood orange seltzer, we have a pineapple seltzer, and the last one is a pineapple and coconut seltzer that we mix together. And so it's more like a pina colada.
And you said the customers love this
they
combination.
love that one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's refreshing. Oh, that is really good. Wow, that is amazing. And you said that brewing is something that runs in your family. Your son owns this with you. It's a family-run business.
It's family-owned and run.
For a while.
My son and I have been brewing for about 20 years combined. So this is our first big brewery, and we love it. It's just so exciting to be here, especially downtown. It's just a great location.
Yes, as you can see, plenty of space, dog-friendly. You can see a four-legged friend back there, plenty of space. And can you share your hours and kind of the exact location where you're at for people?
Okay, so we're on Camden Street, right by the Camden Street Bridge, just off the river, about a block away from the Pearl. The grotto is right here, so if you come down to see the grotto, come get a beer and take it down the river with you.
Yes, it's a great location. And you have food trucks that rotate, right?
We do. Food trucks rotate every day. We probably have about 30 in total that rotate through here.
Wow.
So
we're going to get a sample of that too, right?
Yes, we will.
Okay, and what is your favorite beer on the menu?
So my favorite beer, if I had to pick one right now, is my brown ale. It's Big Stick Brown, and so it's after a shipment, it's walk softly, carry a big stick. So.
All right, and then you mentioned to me earlier one of them has like raspberry. So you guys, do y'all play with the flavors like that?
We do sometimes. It's untraditional to have a Belgian with raspberry in it, but we added the tart raspberries in it, and it really just set it off and made a totally different beer. So
I'm intrigued. Ron, thank you so much again. Thank you for your service. People come here and support a veteran, a family-owned business, and I have to say these seltzers are really good. You also have wine.
We do. We have wine.
I'll take one more little
cheers.
Cheers. And the nice thing is we just figured out that's right around the corner from the station.
You're not far.
Yeah, come over here when you're done.
Okay.
He has the perfect coat for it.
I'll save a seat.
Thank you very much, Jen.
Turn off the juice, boy, come and go, but not like a yo-yo schoolboy. Just play it cool, boy, real cool.
Well, you may have seen it in the movies years ago, or the most recent production, or perhaps live on Broadway. At least you're familiar with the name, West Side Story. However, you have never seen it like this production before. We are here at Dandridge Productions with Ernest Salcedo, who is the owner. So West Side Story, tell us about it. If somebody hasn't seen it, tell us the story.
Ooh, so most related to Romeo and Juliet, but a modern telling of Romeo and Juliet takes place between two rival gangs, the Sharks and the Jet, and a love interest that kind of crosses those gang boundaries. And then, lots of fights break out, and then great singing and dancing. Yeah.
Great story, but the dancing in this is something that's fantastic. And you've got local dancers, and then also you audition from out of town, too.
Yeah, half of our cast is out of town, half of them are local San Antonio professional dancers. All of them do this professionally for a living, so we're real fortunate to have the best talent, really, from all of our 500 submissions here to do West Side.
The difference here is usually you see it, like I said, either on stage, at a stage, or on the screen, but how is this one going to be produced?
So this is almost complete opposite. It'll be done what we call in the round. So the seating will actually be 360 degrees, and the show will take place in the center and in between the aisles and around the audience as well.
And then you said all of the walls are going to make it look like New York City here.
Yeah, we'll have the set that goes up in the next few days. One side will look like the construction zone of the Upper West Side of New York City in the 50s. The other side will look like old 50s storefronts in New York City. So as soon as the audience walks in, they'll be completely immersed.
All right. I have seen and done theater in the round before, but not musical theater in the round. A little harder?
Way harder. Way harder, but doable. And I think it's not done as much because of the technical factor of they can't just face one direction, they need to face all directions.
But you said it's not just in the middle, they're going out in the audience too.
Exactly, which adds another layer.
Cause man, you've got some high times ahead. But take it slow, and daddy, oh, you can live it up and die in there.
Dandridge Productions, why'd you start it and what's the goal?
Yeah, I started a year ago, or a little over a year ago before the pandemic hit, decided to make a Broadway theater company here in town so we can provide Broadway level talent to San Antonio community. The end goal is to continue to produce Broadway shows for San Antonio, but to do them outside of a theater space and to do them at all kinds of venues, like in the round, like here.
Okay, because when you get that close in person, you can almost feel being on stage with the dancers, basically.
That's the goal. We want the audience to be in the story.
West Side Story this weekend?
West Side Story.
How many shows?
We have a show every day, Friday at 7, Saturday at 7, Sunday at 3.
Okay.
And Sunday at 3 is sensory friendly, and we'll have sign language interpretation live for the Sunday show as well.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, if you'd like more information on Dandridge Productions and West Side Story, just head on over to SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, provide a link, or just snap that QR code right there on your screen. Spring break right around the corner. A lot of fun things that you can do with the family and make a game out of it. Because, hey, what's more fun than family games, right?
Yes, and Allison Galvan, owner of Energy X Fitness, joins us with some fun ideas turning fitness into a family fun game. And I love all the stuff you brought.
Yeah, it's all about what do you got at home and what can you do. We don't need to go out and buy new stuff, right?
And it's not a matter of having just, doing a bunch of jumping jacks or anything like that. And you get the competition going. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So what are we starting with?
All right. So we're going to not start with our broom, but we're going to start with our little wad of paper there and our trash bins. Okay. So your goal is going to be to start at the closest marker to your trash bin.
All right.
You're going to toss it in the trash bin. When you get it, you run and grab your paper and you run to the second marker. Yes. All right, so Mike gets to come back. He gets to go to the second marker. Fiona has to try again. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Ooh, you guys are good. And then back to the marker. Perfect. See, it starts to get a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Okay, we're neck and neck now. Almost you can make that even further back if you got some really good basketball players at your house, right? Okay, so next we are lucky to have some bowling pins here. And so family bowling, Fiona's gonna bowl, however many pins she drops is how many exercises you have to do, or reps of an exercise.
Gutter ball.
Woo! Oh man, what is that? Oh, 2, 4, 6,
Seriously?
8, 9. So Mike's gonna do 9 squats. I'll be with you.
Okay, right.
So we just squat, and stand. Yep.
2.
So 9 of them.
3.
Oh, you're going quick. I'm
so helping you.
5.
8. 9. Okay.
All right. So, I mean, we could keep going, right? And choose all the different fun activities that you want on that.
Okay.
Dice game, very similar. You pick 6 different exercises. Someone tosses it.
Okay,
you
ready?
toss
Here we go.
it.
Do it like my
Feel like
grandfather used to
Fiona.
do. 6.
Oh, I mean, at least it wasn't 9, right? So now she's gonna have 6 jumping jacks. Got it? Here we go. Up and down, 6 jumping jacks. 4, 5, 6. Perfect, easy. And it can be as simple as if you get a 1, we hold a 1-minute wall sit, right? Something like that.
okay.
So that you're not just doing 1 push-up, threaded push-ups. All right, next we've got brooms. Our broom's behind us, and then we're gonna grab those wads of paper that we had before. Got it. We have those really nice markers. The goal now is that you weave in and out of your markers, and if you lay those trash cans down, you shoot them like a goal, but we're just gonna shoot past them. Shoot past them, and then you gotta run back, and whoever makes it back wins. You don't have to bring your wad back, but I mean, that's extra challenge.
Of course you are.
And done.
All right.
Littering. So again, lots of fun. You could set up goals on different sides of the room, kind of like soccer goals, if you will, but brooms make it fun.
All right.
Last, we're going to do our best not to get messy, but we have got an egg toss and lots of obstacles in our way now. So we're going down and back. Whoever can make it without dropping that egg. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Go.
What?
Fiona did the
I went in and out.
It's all about that stepping over.
It's roadkill.
Fiona's saving my breakfast.
Look at that.
Yeah, because you paid off Ted. So tell us a little bit about Energy X Fitness.
Energy X Fitness, so we do adult classes, but we also do some kids stuff. So next week on Thursday, we're actually doing a class out at Hemisphere Park, Family Fun Fitness. We'd love to have you join. We also have some kids crew workouts on demand, and you can find all that at our website, energyxfitness.com.
A lot of fun, a great idea.
Yeah, lots of fun, gets the family moving, everything you have at home.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. That was very fun. For more information, of course, on Energy X Fitness, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
Catch you.
A new adventure in 2022 doesn't have to be a plane ride away. It can be exploring cities and towns near San Antonio. This year, our Texas Tripping series will hopefully help you hit the road more, especially if your resolution is to travel. Here's a look at some fun options. We start in Wimberley, Texas. This town is full of fun shops, local eateries, and great scenery. Collective Hill Country Retreat is the ultimate glamping experience. If you're looking to unplug, yet still get the perks of a cozy bed and amazing dining. You can also enjoy Pilates and yoga with a view. And if you're needing to let out some stress, I recommend the axe throwing and archery lessons. Want more traditional lodging? Tapatio Springs is as Texas as it gets. After all, it's co-owned by country music legend George Strait. Located deep in Boerne, yet surrounded by hills, it kind of makes you feel like you're in a secluded village. Their signature restaurant serves up quite the selection with a Tex-Mex twist. If golfing is your thing, this course is worth a try. Not a golfer? No problem. They have a beautiful hiking trail. Again, the views will take your breath away. Everyone knows Fredericksburg is home to Texas wine country, but just past it, you'll find the town of Stonewall. If you stay stay at Stonewall Motor Lodge, you're taking in a piece of history. This revamped Texas boutique hotel is a perfect combination of vintage with those modern perks. This place originally opened back in the 1960s to accommodate all the press looking to cover President Lyndon B. Johnson as he stayed in his nearby hometown. The Associated Press even had a darkroom in this hotel to keep up with their reporting while staying close. Stay here and you can enjoy the Science Mill for the ultimate STEM activities for the family. And for music and drinks, a short drive to Albert, Texas will leave you sitting outside and taking in some great Texas views. And of course, they're surrounded by all the Texas Hill Country wineries. Jester King Brewery is located outside of Austin. This place is a must-try stop where you can hike, get an up-close goat experience, and enjoy great food and beer from the restaurant. And if you're looking to avoid driving after you come visit, they have lodging available, which includes campsites and cabins. These are just a handful of places in and around the San Antonio area that are just a road trip away. Time to get traveling. For SA Live, I'm Jen Tobias Trusky.
Hi, Adrian Davila here in Seguin, Texas at Davila's Barbecue with another tip from the pit all about pink butcher paper. Okay, likely you've seen it anyway at your local store, on social media, at your local barbecue place. If you're a pit master, you already know what it is, so no worries. For everybody else, why to use it, when to use it, and why is it even pink? Okay, so the difference between white butcher paper and pink butcher paper is that it's unwaxed, meaning the smoke can come through. It's unbleached, hence the pink, and it's thicker, so that way when it gets wet, it won't rip. Perfect for brisket. Okay, what is it good for? Large cuts of meat like brisket. But what you don't want to do is wrap it at the beginning of the smoke. You want to do it about 3/4 of the way to finish the last 2 to 3 hours after you encounter that stall. Okay, so why even use pink butcher paper? Well, it's going to retain the moisture, it's going to speed up the process, and if you need to hold it, people are late, or it's for later on, it's going to allow you to do that. That's your tip. It was able to stay nice and juicy and come right apart. Comes right apart, a little bit of bark, a little bit of fat, meat, perfect symmetry. That's why we do that. That's why. And that's your tip from the pit. Pink butcher paper for excellent brisket.
Tomorrow on SA Live, it's a Magic Friday with the Magicians Agency Theater, and a new month means new prizes. We're spinning the prize wheel with a whole new lineup of awesome things that you can win tomorrow at 1 right here on SA Live. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to see you again tomorrow, and before we leave, we want to leave you with a song by Austin Gillum. Take care.
Make a living, so I'm taking it day by day. Inspiration is usually around the corner, but sometimes comes my way. I ain't doing good, but I ain't doing bad. You could say that I'm getting by. And the only thing that breaks my heart anymore is to see my baby cry. Oh, I'll be alright. It's just another day. I got nothing to complain about. Baby, I'm okay. Maybe I'm okay. Well, Daddy always said, son, you better keep moving, but nothing he said really stuck. Now 40 years old is coming too early, and it's creeping up on me like a crook. It seems the days are getting shorter, or maybe I'm getting old. But I tell you now, I've never felt this good without having to sell my soul. I'll be alright. It's just another day. I got nothing to complain about. Baby, I'm okay. just another day. I got nothing to complain about, baby, I'm okay. Baby, I'm okay.